Good morning. Welcome to the JagCorner, and let me make sure my audio's working here. Yeah, it looks fine. Welcome to the JagCorner. I'm Will Thorup, and today we're going to be playing some Baldies. I know, I talked about Asterite, playing that this week. Unfortunately, they've been having some issues. Some people have been having some issues with it, me included. I do have one console that it works fine on, but I figured I would give Asterite a little bit of time to sort this out. Carl over at Songbird and Phobos are working hard to get things working again. Yeah, so we'll definitely play that game. It's a good game. I've put about an hour in myself. I've gotten about 20 or 30% of the way through, somewhere around there. And it's a lot of fun. I'm not a huge Metroidvania fan, and I am pleasantly surprised at how good it is. I'm not going to say it's Nintendo good, but it isn't what you would expect from homebrew, especially Jaguar homebrew. So we're definitely going to play it here on the channel, even if Songbird doesn't get things sorted out. I just wanted to give him a little bit more time to sort out the issues so I can paint it in a positive light, but also a fair light when we get that chance. And full disclaimer, I've been working with them just a little bit on playtesting. I have a lot of incentive for this game to be good out the gate because I use the Removers library, which is what this game is built on as well. And so both me and Phobos, we spend some time on the Removers library GitHub. I've only offered a suggestion or two, but he's quite active working with Seb and making sure things are working great in the Removers library. And so I have a lot of incentive for this game to work well as well. So I am a little biased that way for sure. Anyways, before we get into Baldies, we'll talk about it a little bit more here in a second. I wanted to go over some news. And my switcher isn't working correctly, so forgive me if things move just a little bit slow today. So, before we get into news, don't forget to sign up to the JagCorner newsletter. I'm gonna just shill for myself here a little bit. I try to do a newsletter every month. I need to get another one out this month at some point. Not sure what I'm going to talk about. I haven't made a whole lot of progress, at least on the game. But we have made a lot of progress on the 240p test suite, which I'll show you a little bit of that progress here before we start playing Baldies. In fact, I probably should have hooked up my skunk board. We'll just run it through the emulator. The emulator will show off things just fine. But yeah, so here at the JagCorner, I do some write-ups about the Removers library, some of the artwork I'm doing for other Jag releases. Yeah, there's just more information on what we're doing over there at the JagCorner, so don't miss out. Sign up for that newsletter. On Twitter, in fact, we're just going to skip Twitter because I had it up so I could pull up a few things I tweeted about earlier. Why isn't my... Sorry. There we go. Didn't have my chat up on my other monitor, so I don't miss any of you. Do a shout out if you're here. Give me a good morning. I'll give you a good morning, and at least it's good morning where I'm at. It's super early where I'm at. It's the best time of day for me to do streams for myself. I may change that depending on the audience in the future, but anyways, so Captain Harlink's demo for the Atari Lynx is now available to play, and this is from Atari Gamer. On Twitter, if you don't follow him, definitely follow Atari Gamer. He is on top of the Lynx scene, the Atari Lynx scene. So if you're interested in the Atari Lynx, definitely follow him on Twitter. He does an incredible job just keeping up on all the news, major and minor news in the Atari Lynx world. And so we've been writing about Captain Harlinks for a while and following its development. Well, now you can play it in your browser using the Atari Lynx emulator here, Captain Harlinks. Remember, this is a demo, and there's still lots of work to go on the game, but this is a taste of what's to come. So, for anybody, let's see if we can actually play that. And it should show up, it's just browser-based. Can we go a little bit bigger? Oh, it's scaling it, I think. Let's boot it. Let's see here. D-pad are the arrows, and then X and Z. Is it WASD? Oh, whoops. Wrong keyboard. There we go. So, I wonder what this battleship option is. Name Death Shadow 3. So this is based off of an old anime. I don't know if it's old. I think it's a spin-off of and somebody correct me if they're really into anime, of what was it called? The Galaxy Express 999? I think that's what it is, and it's a spin-off of that series. At least it's the same studio that animated it. Anyways, it's about... I haven't watched a whole lot, and I only have a very surface-level understanding of the series, but it's just this guy that's flying around in this big carrier-looking, or not carrier, but destroyer-looking spacecraft going on adventures. I think it's Galaxy Express. Hope I'm remembering that right. Galaxy Express 999 is actually a fairly good series. I started it, especially for its age. The writing is very thoughtful. Really enjoyed the few episodes I've watched. I'll probably finish that in the future. But anyways, yeah, so there's that. Let's get out of there. Let's play this for just a second. I just wanted to show this off because there's some huge sprites going on. Ton of scaling. Cool transition there. I don't know if he's done much updates. I don't remember the bars being up at the top in the videos I saw, but yeah, check that out, man. All that scaling, those sprites going in and out. It is so cool. Link's always been really impressive. Yeah, look at that. Look at that skew for the planet down at the bottom. That looks so cool. There's a hurricane that goes by. Very cool 3D effect. Oh, look at that fleet of ships in the background. Anyways, very impressive game. Be cool to see this one get finished at some point. Anyways, I'm going to just refresh that so the audio isn't playing. And then, this is an interesting little... I don't know if it's a competition or if it's just kind of a social activity around the Atari Links, but Atari Gamer is doing a little event called Links Around the World. And this is what he says. Let's have some fun and take photos of our favorite console, the Atari Lynx, all around the world. Take your links to famous or not so famous landmarks or interesting locations, snap a picture, and send it in. We'll publish it right here and on our social media. Just send your photo in, and I think right here also means Atari Age. I know there's an Atari Age thread for this as well. So send your photo in, check out the Contact Us page. There are a number of ways to get in touch. You can also post your photos to this, there it is, Atari Age thread. Make sure you tell us the location where you took the snap and whether you want your name shown or not. Here are the current submissions. Oh wow, we already have one. Links at Mini Golf Wales by David Phillips. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Anyways. I may have to go do this. Yeah. I got a Lynx or two I can go do some vanity shots of, so definitely going to find some time to do that. Anyways, this is a neat little social activity. You don't see this pop up in these communities very often. We're pretty reclusive in our little group, and it's cool to see somebody come up with an idea like this. So yeah, I think I'll try to find some time to post this. I think I'll have some opportunities. Just trying to think of what's coming up. Summer's coming up, and so there's lots of activities, at least in my schedule, to do that. But anyways, that's it for the news. Before we jump into Baldies, which we will start playing here in just a few minutes, I wanted to do a quick update on everybody who's been watching my coding streams. Let me switch over to that somehow. There we go. Clear... we've been doing, in case this is your first time watching, we have been porting over a program called the 240p Test Suite. And if you're not familiar with this, this is just a set of tools that for calibrating your CRT and testing your hardware. So, for example, there's finished versions of this for the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, what's that called in Europe? The Sega Master System. Am I getting that right, or is that the older one? I can't remember. Sega Genesis, the Sega Dreamcast. I know there's one. I think there's some preliminary work, at least partially completed work for other consoles like the TurboGrafx and the Sega Saturn. And I think they have something for the NES and Game Boy as well, which is you think wouldn't be as useful on something like the Game Boy, but I guess there's some reasons for testing out the LCD and stuff like that. To make sure your pixels are all working and your audio's working. I'm sure there's some useful tests there as well. Anyways, I decided to take it upon myself. Somebody requested on the Atari Age forums a couple months ago, asking for something similar on the Jag, and I decided to just take it on as a project, just to dive into the removers library a little bit more. And this has actually been a really good thing, because I've learned how to do proper or scrolling in such a way with the removers library that I can do it quickly. I've actually been trying to figure out how to do like tile maps and effective scrolling with that, and me and my brother Bryce, the other individual on our team here, he came up with a really good block of code that allows us to do essentially infinite maps on the Atari Jaguar, and I want to showcase it. In fact, I should probably showcase that here soon, just to show that that's there. But figuring out how to do scrolling for one of the demos here in the 240p test suite has allowed me to figure out how to do scrolling for smaller maps, and so it's cool that I have both of those at my disposal for different use cases. Like, for example, the scrolling that I did here in the 240p test suite is probably better for something like a platformer, whereas the scrolling that we developed is better for something for large procedurally generated maps, which we do have a game I would like to do, at least, that engine would be best for, because it would be procedurally generated. There's a game that came out, and I don't have the credits or anything right now. I'll prep that once I showcase it, but it's a survival top-down survival game, kind of like Zelda, except you have no weapons. What you're doing is you're out in a forest. It's really cold, and so you have a meter for your heat. Essentially, that's your life bar, and you start out at these fireplaces that are randomly generated throughout the map, and you have to travel out in any direction on the map to reach the edge, or until it's daylight. Essentially, as you get closer to the edge of the map, it becomes brighter and brighter. And I've been playing around with the CryEngine, and I actually or the Cry color on the Jag, and I've figured out how to do lights and shadows, and so I think we'll be able to do something very similar to this Game Jam version of the game. Anyways, it's I don't know if we'll actually sell that game physically because of the size of it, unless I expand on it, but I want to do a minimum viable product, meaning something that matches what the Game Jam version of the game is. So, and I'll get credits and stuff for whoever put that together originally. It's a fun little survival game. That's why I want to do it, and I think it's well within my skill range. I need to learn a little bit about procedural generation. But yeah, scrolling tile maps, got that figured out. Collision, got that figured out. Other basic things like controller movement. Doing lighting effects in the CryEngine, I think I have a solution for that. I was in fact, I may have showed that on stream. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, it seems like a few streams ago I actually showed me fooling around in the CryEngine a little bit. I showed that off. But yeah, let me show you where I'm at. Some of the updates here. That's where we were. That's where we were heading here. Clean and make VJ Virtual Jaguar, not Mac. Make. There we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, cool. That's gonna pull up. Okay, so first of all, I have added some of these other menus that I haven't worked on yet. So for example, the hardware menu, I built out the menu and I added these X's for options that aren't implemented yet, which I think I'm getting to the point, because I have all the, let me show you, I have almost all the test patterns done. The 100 IRE, I'm going to implement that, but I don't think it's going to be accurate. I think you need an oscilloscope or something to actually test that out and make sure you're hitting the right brightness on the box that's supposed to get brighter and darker in that test. And so I'll implement it, and what I'll probably do is have to rely on somebody else to go in and actually adjust those values so they make the test valid. And then the video test, we have this and the alternate 240p 480i. I don't even know if that's applicable to the Jag, and so we'll see. Dataset user, hi, hope you are doing fine. We'll keep your stream in the background while working. Thanks for joining me, sir. It's good to see you again. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. My right hand, and it was because I was coding and I was playing some platformers. But I don't know if you've ever gotten this before. It's just kind of a heat pain that happens in your hand. I don't know if it's a carpal tunnel thing. I hope not. But I usually get it if my hand is sitting in one position on the keyboard for so long, and it flares up, and then it takes like a day for it to disappear. Anyways, probably just need to work out my hands more or something. But anyways, I decided I didn't want to exacerbate the pain essentially yesterday morning by playing Baldies, which is another game where you're moving the cursor a lot, and so you're using your thumb, and I don't know, just gripping the controller causes issues over time. In fact, I hope I do okay today, because yesterday I felt that like it was gonna flare up again. I was doing a lot of repetitive coding. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. That was the main update here to the 240p test suite. We'll be starting Baldies here in just a second. I just wanted to do an update on the 240p test suite dataset user. So if you go to Pluge, I actually have a lot of the help screens implemented now with pagination. Yeah, and it's just, there's a lot of help pages, and I think I'm only like halfway through, and that's all of the I have all of the test patterns pretty much implemented. So, but yeah, and so this help screen, pretty cool. It's just it's a state machine that it jumps into a function, checks the state machine for whatever state you're in, and pulls up the help bar. And oh, there it is. There we go. Here's another example where I need somebody else to come in and help. Is the lowest black value. I don't have, in fact, I probably don't have an accurate 75%. Like for the Genesis, it said this was a 6% black, whatever that means. I don't know what that's relative to, and I don't know how to properly measure that for the Jag specifically. My guess is it's probably the same, if not similar enough to be useful. But yeah, I'll need somebody to come in here and actually do a test to figure out what the black level is on the Jag. Matt Smith, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We're going to start Baldies here in just a moment. I was just doing, I wanted to show off a little bit of what I've done in the test suite here, 240p test suite. I can't, oh yeah, I do have a few other, I've gone in and I've polished up the drop shadow test, the stripe shadow test. I don't know if I had that done the last time I showed this. So it bounces around like the flashing shadow test. But I also implemented you can start manually moving it if you need to for whatever reason. Yeah, not a problem, Matt. And then if you let it sit there idle for just a moment, it'll start bouncing around again. So got that. I do have the lag test finished. So that should, oh, the numbers aren't coming up. Something's broken there. There should be numbers. Oh, I think it's a layering thing. They might be behind the circles. I was messing around with which display layers everything was being added to. Yeah, anyways, I'll come back to that. But you can switch that to black and white. You can stop the clock, reset the clock. That was pretty easy to implement, actually. I copied over his code and adapted it for the Jag platform. It was fairly easy to put together, so got that one done. I don't have the help screens for these yet. I don't have the timing and reflex test. I need to put an X next to that. Scroll test, nothing new there. Grid scroll, checkerboard, backlit zone. Backlit zone, that's what we were working on last time, and I think I got that finished, so got some screen edge collision, all that jazz. Anyways, yep, that's where I'm at on that. Today, Actually, during my workday, I have some time, so I'm going to be doing some boring, just copying text in for help screens. So yeah, it's looking really good. We're closing in, and I think I'm getting to the point where I'm going to touch bases with whoever's in charge of this project. I don't know if it's this Artemio or whoever. I'm gonna probably just get a hold of them on Twitter or something and say, hey, is this something you guys would be willing to host on your GitHub? That way I can just work on it there. So we'll see. It may need to get a little bit further along before they'll allow me to do that, and that's fine too. But I have the controller test already built. I just need to get implemented. These GPU memory tests, I need to probably touch bases with somebody else who can do some more low-level programming, which I'm not capable of doing at this time. And to do that, the memory viewer, I might be able to pull that one off. I'm going to spend some time figuring that one out. And the Jaguar CD test, this is really just a placeholder. I don't know if this will actually happen at some point. And to be honest, I don't know if this GPU test or this DSP memory tests are necessary. So those may be dropped as well. But and the Jaguar CD test, I just don't even know what we could test. I need to go take a look at the 32X CD test, or the Sega CD test menu, and see what they're doing, see if there's any of those tests are applicable to the Jaguar CD. Anyways, yeah, so that's where that's at. Let's play some Baldies. That's what we all came here to do, right? So I don't know if any of you have played Baldies before. I think it's a fun game, personally. I'm gonna check the audio here really quick on Baldies. We can probably bring it up just a little bit more, like that. Baldies is... I actually had this thought just this morning. I'm like, what is Baldies like? Because it's not quite like Commander... Oh, what's this? Can make physical hearts for anyone who needs or wants one, by the way. Are you saying you can do physical carts, Matt? Is that what you're saying? Or are you asking me? Yeah, that's probably what you're saying. Yeah, so the 240p test suite will be it'll be open source with the rest of the test suite. If I can get it hosted, and even if I can't get it hosted on their website, I'll make it available so other people can dink around with it and make carts if they want to, and yeah, it'll be available. So, but yeah, Baldies is. I was thinking about it this morning. I'm like, what is Baldies most similar to? Because it's not quite like a modern, obviously not like a modern real-time strategy game, but it's also not like an older real-time strategy game like Command & Conquer, which I think came out in the same year, 1995. Command & Conquer may have been a little... No, it was a DOS game, so it was probably at latest 1995. But I think I figured it out. I think it's kind of like... It's a little bit like Warcraft, but with Lemmings mechanics. And I'll show you why. But before we do that, before we start a new... Well, actually, we aren't going to be starting a new game. I played this a little bit a few days ago, and I have some codes. We're just going to use the password system in this game to load whatever level we're on, and so I've been tracking the passwords. But before we do that, this game has a fun intro sequence. So let's watch that. It's just a little bit of intro on it. It's hand animated. It's stop motion claymation, or clay animation, kind of like Wallace and Gromit. And I think that the similarities are there between Wallace and Gromit, because I'm pretty sure this was made in the UK, just based on the humor too. Because when I was a kid, the humor went right over my head. As an adult, I think I get it. Vulture Gulch. And the animation isn't that bad, especially for what I imagine is a studio that wasn't doing this usually, I assume. It's another reason why I think it was at least developed in Europe, the kilometers. I like that river down at the bottom. It's a nice shot. What do we do? Sorry, you don't want me narrating this, let me know. I know. Let's fly across by flapping our arms. And the other guy's like, nah, let's build a helicopter. Ah, the other guy's, yeah, let's do that. Oh, where do we get a helicopter? He's looking around. Oh, there's something. Pulls a pair of binoculars out of his pocket. Flying club. There is a hangar just randomly next to this broken bridge. And so the other guy pulls out a script. He's like, that's why it's there, it's in the script. And the other guy's like, yeah, that's weird, but whatever. So I all of that went over my head when I was a kid. And so here's a sand shark, which I think is a part of the game at some point in the desert levels. Oh, I didn't see what that sign said. Yeah, they pat each other on the back for finding this hangar. And keep in note, it has an airplane in it. Something that is probably perfectly flyable. But instead, they're going to start working on it. So this guy pulls out a drill, power drill. The other guy pulls out a hand saw or an electric saw. And now we see a shot of them, them flying, and they've converted this perfectly good airplane into a helicopter. So that's the intro, and it's clever, I guess. The humor is kind of simple but clever, I guess. Those might be oxymorons, but it kind of sets up the tone for the game. It has a little bit of a silly atmosphere to it. And that's why I say it's kind of a real-time strategy Lemmings. It's really just Lemmings at the end of the day, because you assign roles to your units, but it has kind of a real-time strategy element in that you develop technologies, you expand your army, but you don't have as much control as you think over it. So it's this weird middle area between Lemmings and a game like Command & Conquer. So whatever that is. Anyways, let's input a password. Please use the keypad to enter password. I'll bring it down. Right here, we have 3, 2, 5, 8, 5, 4, 3, 1. Oh, whoops. Let's try that again. Can I go over to that? Click on that. Nope. I have to write it again. I guess screw it up anyways. 3, 2, 5, 8, 5, 4, 3, 1. There we go. Yeah! There we go. I'm pretty sure this is the level I left on. And it actually, so we may have to restart things, and hopefully this will work this time. This level actually crashed on me when I was playing it. Look at that, there's this little speck of dirt out there. I wonder if this game has any secrets. Before we do that, maybe I should show you. You can actually see future levels. Ruth! Oh my, I probably would have played this if I would have had it. Yeah, I think this game would have been right up your alley, Ruth. There's 100 levels to this game. It just keeps going and going. And there's five different sets of worlds. So I imagine this is hell, and then you have this desert, and then this carnival, which I have no idea what that is. And then this ice world, and then you have these grasslands. And so, but yeah, this would have been right up your alley, Ruth. I decided to do this instead of like Theme Park and Syndicate, because the problem with Theme Park and Syndicate on the Jag is they're not the best versions to play, and I've kind of spoiled myself by playing them on a PC, and they run way better on a PC. We may still do them, but I decided as a kind of a compromise to do Baldies, because Baldies was released on the PC, but not too many people have known about it, let alone played it. And it runs pretty good on the Jag. I don't know what the differences are between the Jag version and the PC version, but it's still good. Anyways, so I hope you enjoy this. If it gets too boring, let me know. I'm going to be using this as kind of a filler, because there's so many levels. So when I don't want to think about what game I'm playing any given week, my default will be Baldies. We'll play a few levels. So this is definitely a chat moment. If you want to ask me about games, about the Jag, what I'm doing, any specifics, let me know, and we'll chat. let's get started. And if you are planning on playing this game on, I think this one does work on the Jag GD. It seemed like I could get it past the video sequence, and it worked just fine. But yeah, if you're planning on playing this, make sure you read the manual, because it is pretty obtuse, just on the face of it. So you have all these guys, these bigger dudes running around, and you have these different roles up here. You have, gosh, I don't even know what these ones are called. These are what I just call normal citizens. And then you have builders, military, and then scientists. Soldiers and then scientists. So what I usually do is I get as many of these guys, and you can grab them, and you can put them in your house. I'll show you why you do that here in just a moment. Because what happens in the house is probably a little bit PG-13. Or PG at least. And this is where it's kind of like Lemmings, is you have some control over your guys, but not complete control. Anyways, if you click on the house here, so you have these 4 rooms, and they correspond to your 4 different roles. And so up here we have the builders, and so if your builder is inside of a house, it allows the house to get upgraded over time, and you need a certain amount. I don't know how many yet. It seems like it's different for each stage of development for this specific house. Then over here you have your little lab with your beakers for your scientists, so you can develop new technologies. We'll take a look at those later. And over here, your red guys are sitting here jumping on the bed because they're breeding, to put it simply. And so this is how you multiply your Baldies, by shoving them all in here. And the number just went up to 14. So we had an extra guy, so I can click on the door, put him in the hallway, and if I leave him in the hallway and leave, he'll hop out, start walking around. We actually want him in there because we're going to make him a scientist, and we're going to get a new tool here, and these tools are for harassing your enemy. And this is where it's more like a real-time strategy. So if we come over here to one of the other islands, you'll see these other guys, and they have hair, and that's why we don't like them. It's because we're bald, and they have hair. And so that's the whole premise of this game. It's the Baldies against the hairies, and the point is just destroy your enemy, just like a real-time strategy game. And so that's where it kind of steps away from the Lemmings thing, where it's not a passive. Well, Lemmings wasn't really a pacifist game. You could blow up the poor things, but it is like Lemmings, where there's these traps, and you'll see down here, it's dropped down here the bar, so it'll become usable once this bar fills up. That is hilarious. We don't like them because they have hair. Yeah, that is the whole premise to the conflict, or the whole conflict in this game. So I'm gonna get a few of these. I like these. And one thing I don't like about the traps in this game is they're all kind of the same. So these first level traps, they all have 3 uses. And here, let me get us a few scientists going so I can show you that. So your Baldies rolls inside the house versus outside the house, they'll do different things. So for example, when the scientist is inside the house, you can make new traps. And then when they're outside the house, we have this other bar here, and it'll start filling up once I get a few more guys out. I'm going to do that right now. Make them all scientists. You'll see that our bar down here will start filling up, and it should fill up here as well, I believe. And once those fill up, we can use them. And so depending on the role and depending where they are, inside or outside the house, the roles will do certain things for you. And so you kind of have to balance things out. You have to be producing quite a few Baldies fairly often. Obviously, the bigger the house, the more Baldies you have breeding, the faster they'll breed. Buildings, same example. And then the last one I haven't talked about is the soldiers. Soldiers inside the house generate ammunition that soldiers outside the house can use to destroy your enemy, to see them driven before you. And I would say to hear the lamentations of the women, but there are no women in this game as far as I can tell. So I'm not sure how the breeding is occurring, but it is happening. So you can see that the Harrys are multiplying fairly quickly. And we'll have a trap to use here soon. I'm actually going to drop a few more guys out. Turn them into scientists. And as far as I know, there's no limits on how many Baldies you can have. I'm sure later in the game you'll have a limit to that. But you'll see that those bars are filling up quite a bit quicker now than they used to. Oh, so there's some fun things you can do here. So for example, the skunk, you can be mean, drop them into the water, and they're gone. And I think they may have some influence, the animals, on how quickly things happen in your houses by grabbing them and putting them in the house. And I don't know if that's a good thing if you drop it into your house or a bad thing. And so something, well, let's see, I don't know if the computer, I don't know if they do this. So, oh, look at that, it's changing the land. Oh, so that's another thing that this game is kind of like. It's kind of like Populous, where you could change the landscape. So that's what this red bar is for. So once that red bar is full, oh, I can't show you yet because I need more houses. So let's do that here. I'll have a few traps ready, so I'm going to turn some of these guys into builders on the outside. And what this will do is it'll start filling our blue bar, and then we can use our blue bar to build some new houses. I kind of want to pester the areas here for just a moment, though. Ah, we have 2 traps ready. That is what I was saying. It's a little bit like Populous. Yeah, and I'll show you that here in a second. You have to have, I think, 3 houses in order to start affecting the land, which I don't know how they're affecting the land. Maybe these builder guys, the Harry's builders, they can, if you have enough of them, they start just modifying. Oh, he disappeared. He fell down into the trap. So that's how traps work, is they're kind of random outside the fact that you can place them. And so if you place them in a place where they commonly walk, you'll see them electrocuted. So anyway, so that's one way before you get your own Baldies over there to destroy their house and destroy them. This is how you can whittle down their numbers a little bit. Anyways, let's see if we can build a house. So once you're ready to build a house, you have this blue flag, which matches the blue of the builders, and you should be able to place it in a space where there isn't already a house. So for example, right there. And what I usually do is I just grab a Baldy and drop them on it. And usually if you have enough blue bar, it'll just make it like that. And you'll notice that this house is smaller because we started out with a second level house. So we have this new house that we can start doing stuff with. But before we do that, I want to build another house, just so we can start digging here sooner rather than later. Find the space for it. Come on, why can't I don't need that much room. There we go. Come on it. Come on, there's enough room. Or enough building points. There we go. Okay, and now you'll see that I have a shovel icon over here, and so I can click on that, and I can actually start building out like Populous, and I can subtract areas as well. And that bar goes down as I do that effect, just like in Populous. So, anyways, that's pretty much all the mechanics of the game so far. I imagine in later worlds, it's a little bit different. I'm not going to connect those land masses yet. I don't know if Baldies wandering around that far. Let's actually transfer some Baldies over for breeding onto these other houses. 3, I'm going to do 4 in each of them. There's my last one. There we go. Get those guys breeding. I'm actually not too worried about building my science as much. So I'm going to bring this guy, make him a soldier, start making ammunition. So there is quite a bit of waiting in this game, I've noticed. actually going to set. So there's different types of houses too. This is a mechanic I haven't explained yet. But if you click on here above your builder, you can tell it to be 3 different types of houses: a breeding house, a science house, or a army house. And those unlock or give you different abilities depending on which house you end up building. And once you start down that track for your house, I think you have to continue on it indefinitely. So once you get to the 2nd level of the house, you have to continue down that. So we're going to make a military house. In fact, I'm going to do 2 military houses. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, 2 military houses. And you need more builders to get that process going. Quickly. Let's just move them all into there, get that building as quickly as possible. Yeah, once that goes 5, we'll move them around. We almost have a few more traps ready here. I'm going to make another scientist. See if we can get those. Just to keep the Harry's numbers down. I imagine in later levels this gets quite a bit more difficult. Here in the early levels, the Harry's don't do much. They're pretty much just, that's interesting. It's like a bear there. I haven't seen that sprite before. Oh, the flowers changed too. Huh. Never noticed that before. Is the music too loud, guys? Turn it down just a little bit. There we go. Got 5. Move him into builders. See if we can get to these military houses. Hopefully these houses aren't too close. Now I'm thinking about it, they may be too close to each other. We'll see. Not sure. Oh, I may need some builders on the outside as well. Now I'm thinking about it. Let's go ahead and get a few of those. An internal way to change them so you don't have to use the icons up here is you put them out into the hallway, put them into the room you want, and then pop them out again. Like that. And they all come out as the role that you want them to be without having to, you know, move your cursor around a lot. Oh, look at that. It upgraded already. So I'm going to move some of these guys over to be in the military. Get some bullets produced here. Is the house full? I didn't think it was. And you'll see that our green bar is now starting to go up, and that means that we have ammunition. So at this point, I'm just going to focus on breeding Baldies, basically to just create soldiers. And I'll show you how you control your soldiers here in just a moment. Oh, I think you do need 1 scientist in a house in order for the traps to finish. I'm going to put a couple of these guys in there. So we can finish our traps, see if we can whittle down their numbers over here a little bit. Thankfully, they're all kind of sticking around right here, so it's easy to kill off a few of them before we start running our own guys over there. Oh, we got a trap ready. Can I put it right there? And our electric one is done. In fact, I'm just going to put them all just right there. Our Baldy flying over with angel wings to drop it off. I believe the sprites, once you get to the other worlds, they change quite drastically, and the traps and stuff, I think. I've never been that far. Traps have limits. That is good to know. Yeah, I think these first level traps, they can only be triggered 3 times a piece. And then there's some higher level ones that just change. I think they have they do a different animation, but all they effectively change is how many times they can be used. So we got 1 guy there. Come on. They're all just barely missing it. There we go. Ah! So, anyways. Yeah, I don't know if this house is going to be able to upgrade because it's so close. know for sure. Let's drop a few more guys in there, see if we can get it going. There we go. Traps are all developing again. And I think your traps can hurt your guys. I haven't tested that out yet, but I assume that they do. Just because of the random movement of your guys, I think they would do that just to make things a little frustrating. Okay, I'm going to start making soldiers here with our extra. Oh, we will need some normal red guys too. So I'll make sure at least 1 or 2 of those guys. In fact, I'm going to, let's start finishing our land bridge there, and then get this one started over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that until we're ready to bring our guys over. Because I don't want the Harrys wandering over to our space either. Well, got rid of all those guys. Let's see if we can place... Come on. It's weird, sometimes it won't let me place, and I'm not sure why. Because those are green, like it should be letting me place those. Maybe there is a cap on that. Seriously, what is going on? Why can't I? Yeah, it's not letting me place them. Oh, my science meter's all the way gone. Over here, the big one. I'm not sure if that has an effect on it or not. So maybe we'll wait a bit. Okay, let's make some more soldiers. Okay, so you'll probably see that when I make them soldiers, they go to my shields here. So this is how you control them, which I believe is like Populous as well. At least with knights. They had the cross, or the Kronk, is that what it's called? It's the Egyptian symbol. It looks like a cross, but it has the loop on the top. Anyways, very similar. You just drag this and they migrate their way to it. So this is how you move in. And if you move it too far away, they kind of break off as well. And so you have to slowly move them over. So we're going to put it there for now, because we want to make some more soldiers before we commit to invasion. So, Onk, that's what it is, thanks. Let's make a few of these builder soldiers. And I believe you can only have so many soldiers that are latching onto it, and the rest you kind of have to drag over. There is one more ability you can get once you have 4 houses, and it's called Angel Wings. And basically you can group a bunch of guys and then do a lasso select around them to give them all angel wings, and then you can fly them over to a place. But you have to be careful with that, because that's based on your red bar. And if your red bar runs out while they're flying, I think they lose their angel wings, so if you're over water, they just all die. Do you have the old Populous on an emulator? Yeah, so I've played, whenever I play Populous, I play it on the Atari ST emulator, because that's the version I grew up with. It's not the best version of the game, but it is playable, and I think it's the version you played growing up, Ruth, if I remember right. I know we had a copy of it. I don't know. Actually, I think it was a legitimate copy. Either you or... I imagine Dwayne would probably buy that game. At some point, somebody bought it. It seemed like we had a legitimate copy of that. So, yeah, that was a fun game on the ST. What's cool about Populous is even at when I was like 3 or 4 years old, or 4 or 5, probably more likely, I understood that game enough to be able to play it. So, Dad bought it, huh? Wow, I'm surprised Dad bought it. Dad would probably like that game too, huh? That building aspect, changing the land, pretty good. Yeah, Populous is a great game. I would eventually like to, on this channel, get my ST hooked up and do some live streams on that as well. And maybe we'll play some Populous. That's definitely a must-play for that generation in general, but especially on the Lynx, it plays pretty good on, or not the Lynx, the Atari ST. So, do my skunks hurt? Do skunks hurt my own people? He just digs in and goes away. Alright, let's make a few more. Let's make him into a soldier since it's over here. There's one more red baldy as well, which we should probably... Okay, I'm gonna see if we can set traps again here really quick before we... Huh. Yeah, I must need some white in the big white bar in order to place a trap. That's okay, let's go over, let's actually start the invasion by finishing our land bridge. That carrying our soldiers over. Oh, come on, guys. It's not that confusing. Drag him over. Dragging him over is kind of fun. Hey, what you doing? I tried. He tried to buy everything he could for the ST. That's good. I know we were trying to be a little bit more honest with our games. I think he gave up at some point because I know there were some copy parties in the 90s for the ST that I think somebody went to. Eric probably went to, or somebody. But anyways, you bring your guys over slowly. If you want them to attack a house, you put the shield on their house, but if you want them to attack a Harry, just bring them over here, and since we have ammunition, I think they can actually shoot each other. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks like they shoot kind of randomly. Oh, come on, guys. Not that hard. There, he punches them if he can't shoot them. See, we blew our ammo pretty quick just by doing that. I think if you hit them like 3 times, they die. Let me see if I can make some more soldiers here. Get him in making ammunition. Like that. Or... yeah, it's a pretty violent game. Come on, shoot him! There we go, got him. The reason why I want to kill some of the Harrys before I go to the house is they can rebuild the house pretty quickly just by... Uh-oh. My red guy wandered over here. A soldier. Looks like you have to shoot him a few times too to kill him. Let the war begin! Put my shield right on top of him. Okay. Are there any more soldiers I can dump into? I don't want to put any more because I want to keep breeding some Baldies. That. Yeah, I don't think this one has enough room to become anything outside of first little house. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought the music stalled there for a second. Okay. Make you into a soldier. Let's go ahead. You can take out their house, and what they'll do is they'll flock to the house, and you'll just kind of have to kill him over. Oh, whoops, he threw a grenade and killed himself. Oh, no. Yeah, and so they go into the house, and basically, I think the way it works is, yeah, so you put all your guys in, and they kill each other off, and there's probably a coin toss going on there. And so you just have to kind of throw bodies at it until you kill off all the Harrys. So let's make some more soldiers here. I'm just going to drag them over here manually and just put them in. I think we'll have this in the bag. Yeah, so you'll see that no more Harrys came out that time, so that means we probably killed almost all of them. Oh no, there's one. Maybe we need to build another army. Let's build another army. Need to go grab our shield. So it's a bit of work to get them all rounded up. Turn them all into soldiers. Get them all rounded up. I'm gonna turn these all into soldiers. We'll get them all rounded up. Nope. Grab them. Okay, let's get them over here. This should be good enough. He doesn't want to track that for whatever reason. Whoops. Got a little wanderer here. Imagine on the bigger levels, this is a little more tedious. There may be a smarter way of doing it too, I'm not sure. Okay, this should finish the level for us. And it didn't crash! Boom! Congratulations, you won! Get this cool guy with a thumbs up. Let me write down that code. I need a pencil. There's a pencil. Okay. Our code is 53 19 93 13. 50 93 13. Or, oh, whoops. Screwed up. 53 19 93 13. Okay, there's our new code. Okay, let's see if we can get through one more level here before the end of the stream. Imagine these will get longer and longer as we go along. Let's see here. Today's Wednesday, middle of the week. Oh wow, these islands are way bigger. See, and I almost wonder if it's worth tailoring the land, especially on the bigger levels, to kind of corral your guys into one place. And then when you're ready to finish the game, you alter the land so there's basically just a pathway to wherever your target is. Oh no, Skunk got into his house and he ran out. He got these fun little pictures, loading screen pictures. Those are cool. Imagine there's probably quite a few of those as the game goes on. Oh, Skunk in the house, that would be terrible. Ah, so you see we have no base here right now. So what we'll do, we'll create a bunch of builders. Get that blue bar going as quick as possible. In fact, I'm just going to make them pretty much all builders. Oops. So we can just get this going. We're going to have to, yeah, this is a level where it's just like, yeah, we should probably corral ourselves in. So, for example, oh, I need enough houses to do it. Okay, let's see if we can build our first house. Build it right there. Another builder. Should have enough. There we go. There's our first house. In fact, I'm going to just build, see if I can build 3 houses right up front here to begin with. They will navigate like the soldiers. There we go. Got it. Eventually, but it takes some time. Do another one right there. There we go. 3 houses. Now we can dig. So I'm going to set these guys back to builders, as many as possible. And we're going to corral these guys in here in a moment. Oh, that's interesting. Somebody thinks that log is pretty important. Wonder if we can get rid of that fence. Oh no, there's park benches. It's kind of supposed to be a park, I guess. That's why they have those interesting sprites. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to... Oh yeah, so there's a wide view here as well, so you can just get a broader view of the map. But I want my shovel, so I can start. I'm going to create a... It'll let me. There we go. Just going to corral everybody in. We'll use our hand to... Oh, I can't go all the way down. Oh, we ran out of stuff. Is everybody a breeder or a workman? Probably just workman or something. There we go. Now it's regenerating. I can't do that last piece. Oh, never mind. Hitting the wrong button. There we go. Just wondering if I can bring this down like that, and that'll make it so it's quite a bit harder to get out. It's going to take some time. Well, in the meantime, let's pull a few of these guys in, 4 of them, and get them breeding. This game has an interesting pace to it because at the beginning it can feel really slow because you just don't have enough Baldies, and so it's almost worth it just spending the time to drop as many Baldies into one house and get them breeding as quickly as possible. It's probably a good idea to get a upgraded house too, because when you upgrade your house you can hold more Baldies in a house, which is useful for science and, well, really just for military, getting your ammo built up as quickly as possible. But the capacity also, obviously the more Baldies you have breeding, the quicker they breed, and so that's, I guess it's another good reason to have a high capacity. Still don't know if the animals do anything, and I'm pretty sure in the manual they don't even talk about the animals, so they may have zero effect on things. What I need is my wider view. So now, let's see if there you are. There you go. There you go. There you are. I have you now, Iron Eagle. I don't know if I've even seen that movie, Iron Eagle. It's something my dad watched. Okay, we got a full house there. Let's start building a full house here. That, and then move a few builders over to there. Let's do one more. See if we can get that house upgraded. We're gonna make this a military house. Make this a military house as well as time goes on. Any more Baldies hanging around outside? Ah, there you are. Hiding down in the corner. They seem to have a tendency to go out to the edges. I don't know if that's true, but it seems that way. Dataset user, it was unexpected to see a Baldy blow up from his own grenade when everything else is more or less so cute and seemingly harmless. So some of the traps are pretty gruesome too. So there's like I call it the Dig Dug trap. You know, in Dig Dug you shoot that thing out and you blow up the enemies by filling them with air. Like that's pretty gruesome. There's a trap like that. It's a CO2 bottle, and when they walk over it, they balloon and then they pop and their heads spin. It's pretty gruesome. But yeah, definitely the 90s. Violence was in, especially in the early 90s because of Mortal Kombat. And so it seemed like everybody was trying to get away with as much as they could with the violence. Let's see, I think that's all my Baldies from the outside. So, we play the waiting game now. This is the one drawback of this game. It seems like the ramp up is, if you think of it as a curve, that first part of the curve is just staying down there low, and then suddenly the game goes like that. What's that? Is that an exponential curve? Not that good at math. Yeah, it has this cute aspect, but it kind of has this this dangerous, violent edge to it as well. Trying to think of other games like that, especially from that era. Lemmings had that a little bit because you could blow up the lemmings or drop them down into the lava. And I can't remember if this happens in Lemmings when they fall into the water or something. Don't they struggle a little bit? I think they do, if I remember correctly. Get these guys breeding at maximum capacity, or near maximum. I wonder if I need some builders on the outside. Maybe I'll... I still don't know if you can upgrade your house simply by... Oh, you know what I should do? This might need some room to expand, now that I think about it. So we're going to pull this out, like that. Ah, of course I run out of right at the last. That's okay. Maybe I should devote a little bit more to breeding up front. Let's do that. They run out of room in this house. I may have ran out of room in this house. Yeah, I did. Alright, so let's start filling up this house with breeders. Those breeding at maximum capacity. What's everybody's favorite RTS? I have two. One for nostalgia reasons and one because it's really good. So my really good one is StarCraft. Both 1 and 2. I started playing 2 just recently. Even though it's over a decade old now, I think. I really like StarCraft 2. I really like StarCraft 2 because it feels a lot like StarCraft 1. Still, I love the first StarCraft game. But then my nostalgia pick is Red Alert, Command and Conquer Red Alert. Played a lot of that. I think we had bootleg copies of that for the longest time, and we do LAN parties. Really enjoyed that. So. Favorite RTS? I know some of you are working, so don't worry if you can't answer. So it looks like with 9 guys, you probably get a Baldy about every minute. Hopefully we'll change that here soon. Oh, another thing you have to keep in mind with your houses is you have to have a builder in them. At least 1 for this first level house. I think you need 2 for the second and 3 for the third level house. But if you take them out, the house actually explodes. And you can fix it, but it isn't functional. It doesn't work until you fix it again. 6 going on there, and 9 in each one of these. Let's see here, other good RTS. What's some off the beaten path RTSs? There's one called Outpost. And the only reason I know about that game is somehow we had a demo. It was on a DOS demo CD or something. I remember plugging that into my mom's. Are you seriously going to walk out of here? There we go. Two in there. Oh, good, we have 9. Okay, we can really start breeding now. What I'll do is I'll get some red guys out here. We'll finish our corral and then convert those guys into builders and get our houses upgraded so we can really start getting a lot of Baldies pumping out of these houses. Yeah, there was one called Outpost, which was also pretty different in terms of RTSs, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've played it. For some reason, and it was probably because I was a little bit enamored with it, having that game available to me on a CD. Okay, we're going to let these guys stay out. So, got to build up that red bar again so we can finish our corral. But yeah, that was I have some strange memories that stick around with that game, so it's definitely off the beaten path. There's another one. Didn't play a lot of Warcraft or Warcraft 2 growing up. I did play Warcraft 3 at some point in high school, if I remember right. Come on, grab him. Oh, I made him fall. Don't die! Oh, good. I think it's fine. That was cool. You can fall down the ledge there. Oh no! That's right. Stay in here. And we'll open this back up once we're ready to move our army. Let's go see what the Harrys are doing. Maybe I should be building traps. I haven't thought a lot about traps because of just how vast the landmass is. So the way we're probably going to kill him... Oh, he has 2, 3 houses. The way we're probably going to kill him is just send armies to blow up houses. Let's see if that works. So this level is probably going to take the rest of the hour of this stream, to tell you the truth. We are getting a lot of red guys getting pumped out now, though. So we get them all corralled in here. You know, that is probably good enough. What I'm gonna do, make some builders. In fact, I wonder if you can upgrade just by... Now, let's see here. Oh, I think I need at least 2 builders for the upgrade to finish. Because you need 2 builders in the house in order to maintain the second level house. So if I gotta create room for him though. Get out of there, Frida. I guess I can just transfer him, right? Do that and then that. There we go. See if we can get these houses upgraded. I'm gonna turn some of these guys into some builders now. Oh, he got out. He got out. 2 of them got out. Back in your cage. Oh, so close. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Good. Yeah, they seem to want to go out to the edges, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, that's done that way. We're going to do a little bit of a crook here down at the bottom. Makes it a little more difficult for him to walk out. Surprised that some of our houses haven't been finished yet. I wish there was So this is one problem I have with this game, especially with with modern RTSs, and even not even modern, like Command and Conquer, which I think came out in the same year, had a status bar to show you the progress of, for example, in this game, it would be breeding or upgrading the house, some kind of status bar above the house somewhere, anywhere, would be helpful. So you could kind of expect and strategize based on expectations. Yeah, he's still gonna get out. Oh my goodness. It's a little annoying. That's okay. I think this will keep most of them in most of the time. Maybe not. Okay, we got him corralled in. Let's get... Hey, it upgraded. Let's get more builders in here. Let's do that. See if we can get these houses finished. In fact, I'm just going to drop them all in there, see if we can get them upgraded sooner rather than later. We can drop these guys in here. Get some serious breeding going on. It was unexpected to see. Oh, I already read that comment. Baldies breeding like mad. Let's see if anybody else has escaped our little corral here. Oh yeah, there's one. Okay, as many as we can get in there. Now, let's see here. Let's see. Probably gonna have quite the population of Harrys running around here. Yeah, I think the strategy here maybe is to I like how when they get close to a tree they lay down and sleep. It's fun. The strategy here is to just attack the houses, and what that will do is it'll draw the other Harrys that are wandering further out to come in and repair the house. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the way to do this. Any other guys wandering around? Oh, he got out. Looks like I'm gonna have two guys getting out of here soon. We can still round that corner. It's really annoying. Let's see if I can really just... That's gonna make it a lot tougher for him to do. I think. Find out. Songbird just sent out a newsletter. There we go. Okay, we have quite a few Baldies going now. I wish this house would upgrade. Let's see if we can just get it upgraded. Come on, guys. There's work to do. Upgrade those houses. I need to drop it. Yeah, I still don't quite have my head wrapped around upgrading of houses. It's a bit frustrating. Maybe it just needs more room around it. It doesn't like it so close. I didn't see anything in the manual about that though. That's why I'm a bit confused. I need to place the flag on the house? I don't think I have to. I can't really do it. Be useful, for sure. They all just want to get out. They want to round that corner and get out. Wonder if I need to drop an animal in. Let's give that a try. Let's drop some animals in. We got tons of animals. Drop some skunks in there, some squirrels. Where's a snake? I'm gonna drop a snake in there. Not a snake, oh, there's another skunk. Drop a skunk in there. Yeah, I think it might be a room thing. Might just need a little more space around them or something. Not sure. Not sure. Maybe I need at least 2 breeders in here? Well, let's do this. I kind of want another upgraded house though. Let's do this. Let's build another house just over here. Grab a builder, drop him on it. Like that. I'm gonna drop a bunch of these guys in there. See if we can get another house built. Because it could just be a room thing. Needs a little more room. Oh, trying to get out, I see. I don't know if I need... Well, I don't need science to build, because the other house upgraded without any scientists, so... Definitely don't need scientists. In as builders. Have you in there too. There we go, 10 builders. I need this to be a soldier house. Oh, I wonder if I need soldiers. Let's give that a try. Drop a few soldiers in there. May need to do that. It kind of makes sense, right? Soldiers in there. Let's see if that does the trick. Let's see if any of these houses upgrade. Ah, look at them wander. Well. Yeah, there's something I don't understand. This would probably go quicker if I understood whatever it was I didn't understand. Let me pull out the manual here. I didn't show you guys the artwork. Has some of that really fancy airbrush stuff that they used on other games. Camera large. There we go. So, here's the digipack. I do have the box for this, but it's in storage. I keep the digipack separate from the normal storage. Anyways, really good artwork. The back of the box just has some screenshots. Sorry, that isn't really focusing. Not sure why. The exposure is adjusting, it's just not focusing. It says, ever want to rule the world? With Baldies, you have the resources, but do you have the strategy and skill? Build your own society, complete with workers, builders, soldiers, and scientists, and use them to conquer enemy territory. When it comes to killing your foe, creativity is highly encouraged. You can skunk them, drown them, blow them up, and electrocute them. The only limit is your imagination. Plan your attack well. The enemy is trying to do the same to you. Ah, so you can skunk them. So maybe dropping animals into their homes has an effect of some sort. sure. Anyways, I was actually grabbing this, pull the manual out, see if there's... Hey, one of our houses upgraded. So, it looks like it might just be a room thing. Let me get the manual out here just for future reference. Ah, and I think they did this with all the CD games, or at least most of them. They did the color front. Wait. Yeah, they did the color front on the manual. There's some manuals that are just completely black and white, including the cover. And so, I think Ultra Vortec is an example of that. It's the one that comes to mind anyways. Okay. Let's get some soldiers going. I kind of want to set up a little breeding facility here too. So again. The concern with doing that is, again, keeping them corralled. Let's see if we can run a... I gotta be just a little bit further away. Yeah, you can only get so close to things like trees and stuff like that. Really not a good way corralling these guys in. Let's do this. Get some soldiers working away. We only need 2 Baldies. Excuse me. That house. Might as well get these guys all in here. I'll leave 2 builders in there just in case it does decide it wants to upgrade. Get some soldiers making stuff. Get 8 soldiers in there. That house is probably full. Yep. Okay. So, those guys are breeding. We can drop some more breeders in here. Oh, no, we can't. Let's do this. Let's drop 2, put them in here. We'll have at least 2, so we're getting something in terms of more Baldies over time. Yeah. Now we're making ammunition. Let's see. Let's go ahead and build a land bridge. Yeah, let's do it above their first house here, so right there. Get this building. There's my shovel. But that snake appeared quickly. Move this across. I could just drag my Baldies over one at a time, but I'm not too interested in that when I can just do this. I think this would be faster in the long run anyways. Just gonna build it straight up here. Drown these guys? Oh yeah, you can. He hopped out of the way though. Do it again. Yeah! That's fun. Too bad I can't grab their guys. I don't think I can anyways. Yeah, not really. Grab their guys. Ah, you'll see I have my little flying icon now. Okay, maybe we should give that a try. We need to let our red thing recharge before we can do that. Get my soldiers going here. We need our red bar to recharge though before we do that, because we're gonna have to create a bridge so we can get our guys across. In fact, what we should do is start turning some of these guys into soldiers. In fact, I could probably just turn all of them into soldiers because I'm still breeding Baldies, and so new red guys will be popping out as I go to war. A lot of soldiers. Dragging down our shield here. Start getting them pulled in. Again, I think we can only have so many that are attracted to the shield. So let's give our angel wing things a try. We may lose a lot of guys here. Let's see, what do I have? Huh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I can tell them to fly. See if we can fly them all the way down here. Are they flying? Oh, really? They all dropped. Darn it. What a mess. That's okay. We'll bring our shield down here and try to corral them again. At least some of them. Maybe we'll try to do our angel wings again. Okay, let's try our angel wings again. Maybe you just have to tap once, so like this. And grab our shield. Yeah, look at that, they're flying down. And we're going to put it relatively in the same area. That way we'll have control over them. Yeah, there we go. Throw those grenades! Boom, boom, boom! Oh no! That's right. Go down there, invade the house. He's going to start dragging guys in to repair it. We're going to send guys in there to lay waste. We'll use that as a way of killing his guys quicker. I think he'll just keep dragging guys in. Maybe. Just gonna start dragging these guys over into these houses. Well, I guess I can corral them back in here. Maybe I'll do that. Let's find them. And then, ooh, there's a land shark. Can I grab it? I gotta be a little bit careful about my guys wandering around out here now. Oh, the Harrys are making their way. Ugh, look at that bear. He's been ripped apart. Gosh. I think that's all of our guys that are outside. Oh, there's one. I wish there was a quick return for the shield. That way it'd be a little bit easier to corral these guys or get these guys all centered. That's okay. That to our angel wings, like that, and then bring them back over. This time we're going to go to this house, so I'm going to move the shield over to here. We're going to take it out. angels. There they are. I don't think that's going to be enough. Throw some grenades! Boom! Boom! Get in there, man. Guess while that's going on, we can get some other soldiers prepped here. Well, definitely killing some guys, causing some havoc. Bring the shield back up here. Get our soldiers rallying so we can do our angel thing again here fairly quick. What I need is another big house. Get these guys breeding really quick. Let's do this. Let's pull two guys away from... Let's pull them all away from that. Get some soldiers. Okay. I could drop some more soldiers over into there at some point. That we almost staying up. Okay, let's fly some guys over. Into this house. Grab the shield. There we go. Let's see if this works. See if they'll go right into the house. Oh yeah, look at that. They go right in. That's nice. I want that house destroyed, guys. There we go. Gosh. Must be a lot of Harrys in there. Yeah, he keeps dragging them in. So it's almost a race to who can make Baldies and Harrys faster. So I'm probably going to need another big house so I'm just pumping these guys out super fast. Keep going. That's weird. I would do it right here, but I won't be able to corral my guys in. So let's do this. I'm going to convert you guys all back to workers. So we can get our red bar going. And I'm going to switch this over to shovel. Do is find it's gonna take a little while. Yeah, so what I'm gonna create another at least almost complete corral around this and get another like 18 Baldies breeding so we can just get them pumped out as quickly as possible. Wish I could track land around this tree, make things easier. I could go all the way around, but that'd be a real pain. So, has anybody else played Asterite? What do you think? Dataset user Matt Smith. Don't know if you were here on the stream yet, but I had put, I've actually put quite a bit of time into it playtesting, but got yours this morning. Awesome. So after work, right? After work. Or is that a weekend thing? Do you have to wait until the weekend? You know, sometimes I have to wait for the weekend. I hear the bullets down there, so I know I have at least 1 or 2 soldiers still going on. Maybe they got killed by the Harrys, I don't know. Gosh, she has another house? Man, maybe you do have to do some traps to just weed down his Harrys a little bit. Maybe we should do that. It's funny he hasn't repaired this house. Maybe you can destroy him to the point where they can't repair him, and so they have to build a new house, which I think he did over here. He built a new one right there. Yeah, he's got one there, 2, 3, 4 houses. Get this one corralled, at least somewhat corralled. We're gonna start moving these guys in. Them breeding. There we go. So that's kind of corralled in, so hopefully that will help out. Let's put some more Baldies in there. Just missed them. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now they're breeding a lot faster. Let me get rid of more of those guys. Drop them in there. Maybe I should go build some more houses just so I have some. Let me build one up there. Put a flag down. Come on. Build it. Build it. Oh, I wonder why he isn't building the house. Weird. I have enough build power to do it. Shouldn't be a problem. Come on. You know you want to do it. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. Maybe. He's thinking about it. There we go. We'll let him think about it for a bit. Maybe a second one would help. Well, he got out anyways. Don't know why they're thinking about it so hard. I have to get rid of that skunk. Maybe build some land here. Maybe that's what it's complaining about? I don't know. Not sure. Not sure at all. Oh, I think it's maxed out in here. Yeah. Okay, let's start making some more soldiers. Soldiers. What we're going to do is we're going to use our angel wings to fly them over and just drop them into houses. See if we can make this a war of numbers. Just overwhelm them with numbers. Okay. Let's give it a try. Back. Nope. Not sure. I guess I can change them into soldiers once we get over there too. I'm going to grab this one. Can, like that, and just drop them in there. Let's check that out. Got quite a few Harrys walking around. But here come my angels. They bring wrath and fury to those with hair. A bunch of stuff there. Guess let's do it again. Oh, I have a builder. Let's turn him into a soldier. I don't know why I can't destroy that other house. Maybe we should try killing lots of Harrys. Maybe that's like the first house or something, so you have to kill all the ones that are built later before you destroy the first one? I don't know. It's strange. Moving some guys back into military so we can build up our ammunition a little bit better, and these guys still haven't built that house. It's strange. Kind of move to one spot. You know what I should do? I should just make like one small square that is surrounded by water, and that way I can just, when I'm ready to send them over, I can send them over. Because the enemy isn't setting traps or anything right now, and so I don't think there's a big risk to doing that. So So for example, if I just did a, see if I can do it here, it costs a lot more to take away land than it does to put it back. If I did something, just a small square, yeah, see I'm already out. Turn all these guys back into red guys. Okay. Oh, the little fox is stuck too. Almost there. And just drop them all into this little square. I wonder if they'll, if there's any adverse effects to that. One more. Oh, the fox got out just in time. Oh, two more. Oh, I guess I should make this large again. Sorry about that. My switcher's broken, so I'm a little less aware of that today. So yeah, just stick them all down on this island when they're out. This way makes them a lot easier to select when I do angel wings. Just have to be careful not to drop them into the water on accident. Come on. I'm just a little worried if they're this close together, they'll start dying or fighting or something. Not sure. Makes it probably a little bit harder to assign them to a role as well because they're just overlapping. Seeing if there's any more guys wandering around. Forgotten soldiers in our battle. Okay, looks like we have everybody. So let's start assigning them all to soldiers. See if we can get any, most of them at least. I can assign the rest when we get there. Come on. Yeah, it's having a hard time. There we go, I think. Oh, not this one. That may be it. I think we got them all. So now when we do angel wings, we just have to do that and drop them in. There they come. There's a lot of them too. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to get my angel wings ready again. So as soon as they go in, I'm going to select all the remainder and tell them to go in here. We're going to do that one more time. Do angel wings again. didn't they go in? There we go. That was weird. See, that still wasn't enough to blow that house up, but we did get that one. Gosh. Yeah, that was what, like 20 Baldies? That was a lot. Nope. Start crowing our guys again. I guess it makes sense with those smaller houses. You need a little more than 10 because the small houses only hold 10, so there's probably no more than 10 Harrys inside of a building. And you're not going to win every battle, every pair, or every match. That's probably a better way to put that. And so you need probably about 15 to take out a house. Gosh, man, that means the bigger houses probably need like 40. Because they hold almost 20. At least to guarantee victory. These guys on soldiers. There we go. We got them. Okay, let's send these guys over. I bomb this house again. That one? No, let's do this one. Slaughter as many of these guys as we can. Did I not quite? There we go. Get some grenades thrown at this place. Oh! About, I got too close. Throw another grenade. Oh, he may not have enough ammunition. So maybe that's the way you do it. You just get them in close, have them grenade the place. Put him back on his island. Is he right on the edge? Yeah. There we go. Build up a new army. Glad I'm not playing this on a standard Jag D-pad, because my thumb would be gone. I have a custom, one of the new Pro controllers, but hey, Bob Dunlop, good to see ya. Yeah, this game is a little trippy. It's, in fact, you might actually like the aesthetic for this game a little bit. So, since you're just joining us, this game is called Baldies, and the conflict is you're supposed to kill the Harrys. This is an early real-time strategy game. Came out in 1995, about the same time as Command & Conquer. And it's kind of like Lemmings mixed with a early real-time strategy game. because you don't have complete control over your troops. They do wander like lemmings do. But you do have some control. Come here. Grab him! There. So right now I'm just building another army that we can fly over and to crush our enemies. Those with hair. Okay, I think we're gonna send these guys over. Fly them over. Destroyed that house. Oh, you got that house built up again. Here, let's try this. We're gonna firebomb this house again. He's running out of Harrys, which is a good thing. So if we fly him into about here, they'll throw a bunch of grenades, and hopefully they won't kill themselves when they do that. I was going to say it looks a lot like lemmings, but top down instead. Funny, the Bald and Harry are opposing sides. Yeah, it's kind of fun. There we go, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Bomb! We lost a few guys there. But, got these guys throwing grenades. Oh, we accidentally blew them up. And we ran out of grenades again. So I'm wondering, I'm a little out of balance here. Maybe I should do more soldiers here. Get our arsenal building a little bit faster. In fact, do one more. Like that. I'm gonna take these guys completely away. Do that. Now like that. Excuse me. Let's see here. Start building up another force. Let's see how our other guys are doing, because that house is still destroyed. That house is destroyed. Oh, we just have one more house to get rid of. Let's see if we can do that with what we have. Just drag a few of these guys over, or just take our shield, move them over to about right there. They should start throwing grenades once they get a few tiles. Not quite. So you don't want them too close, or they... Huh. Throw a grenade. Huh. I wonder why they aren't throwing a grenade. It's a little weird. There we go. Boom, they blew themselves up again. It's strange. Oh. Destroyed that, destroyed that. There's probably just some Harrys still walking around. Got a soldier up there. That's it. You must have one in a house that's repairing a house. Let's see if I can find my guy. Put him in here. Maybe? Come on. Do the snakes attack your guys? You know, I'm not entirely sure. The back of the box suggests that you can drop like skunks into houses and snakes, and that causes issues, and that other things will cause them issues. I think they probably do get hurt by the skunks and the snakes, because there are land sharks as well that I believe will hurt your guys. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. That's why I'm not sure. Where are you? There we go. Build up another army here. We'll send them over. We're really close to finishing this, which is good timing because it is 8 o'clock. On the dot. A few more soldiers. They breed like rabbits. We end this tonight. There we go. Okay, let's fly these guys over. Let's have them just send them to this house first. Just not sure what to do. Oh, that house completely disappeared. Maybe he still has guys in these. That's why they haven't entirely disappeared yet. Huh. Guess I definitely got all that one. So send them over here. Yep, got that. Send these guys over here. There's still a guy in there. He's holding out strong. Send 2 guys in, see if that does the job. There we go. There's one. There we go. Got it. He was hiding. Yes, I did. I did finish playing Myst. It was only 4 episodes, so if you want to go finish that, the last episode is I think about 2 hours. I think I finished it within my normal stream time. So I show 2 of the bad endings, which is kind of fun, and then I show the good ending. But yeah, definitely worth finishing. I finished that a couple weeks ago. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here today on Baldies. I'm probably gonna stream again tomorrow because I missed yesterday. But maybe not too. I haven't made up my mind yet. So 95, 56, 81, 76. There we go. Okay. Game saved. But yeah, we'll do some more Baldies tomorrow if I do decide to stream. And then next week we're going to jump back onto the 240p test suite. I still need to migrate the controller tests over. I'm going to start working on some of the other hardware tests. And I also want to get my screensavers that I was working on before I made this more like the 240p test suite vanilla. And I'm probably going to put it in there as an Easter egg, so you'll probably have to just go into a menu and do a controller code or move your cursor in a certain way and it will pop up as an option. But the Matrix screensaver will be in there and the Mystify screensaver. And I think I want to do at least one more screensaver, you know. Good things come in threes, right? So we'll probably do one more screensaver, but there's still a lot of work to do on that, and so we'll be streaming that next week. But tomorrow, plan on some more. Right now, plan on some more Baldies. I'm thinking I am gonna stream tomorrow. I'll tweet and do the social media thing if I decide I don't want to, or if something comes up. So, but otherwise, thanks for watching. Bob Dunlock, Matt Smith, Ruth, if you're still there, dataset user. All of you have a great day. I think there was one more, wasn't there? I think there was one. Oh no, that was it. That was everybody that chatted, and everybody else who was just hanging out, lurking. Thanks for watching as well. Have a good day. See you tomorrow morning. Bye.